I had to borrow money from someone else to help my friend, and then he ghosted me.
I think masturbating, for one, and I feel as if it's something that a lot of people face.
People used to make fun of me.
Share a personal experience where you faced a major obstacle and how you overcame it.
I'm going through one now, I think. I've recently been incorporated into a very territorial space. And I think because of how disruptive I am generally, I've offset many people who have a certain mode of doing things. And so, unbeknown to me or without intent, I have disrupted their lives and they have reacted. I think when you ruffle the mind, you begin to know what's in people's hearts. And because they feel challenged, they have openly challenged me. It's a space that I'm very dedicated to. It's a space that I enjoy working in. But then I also see that not everyone has been welcoming of me in that space. How have I overcome it? I just let life happen. Whatever should be mine will come. Whatever should not come. And I think what remains is what we should always hold on to, but never be afraid to go through fires. Socially, I'm also a peace and conflict student, so I always know that through difficult times, great outcomes, and difficult times sometimes lead us to great places. So that's thinking.
Yeah, like there's this time I was like, I helped like a friend of mine, like he needed money, so like I had to borrow money from someone else to help my friend, and then he ghosted me. Like it was lots of money, bro. But then yeah, like luckily I had people like who understood what I was going through, so like they managed to help me with the money in order to pay back someone that I had gotten money from, and then I had to pay them back. So I'm grateful for having people in my life like that. Yeah.
I went to another city that I didn't know anyone yet and had to come back because of my friend. So
it was the time when I got pregnant. I swear it was hectic. That's one obstacle that I can never forget about, because by that time I remember I just finished my competitions for being a junior MP, and at my school they had already told me that I was going to be the head girl, and I was looking forward for that post, and I had passed my O-levels. I was going to be sleeping in a good dorm. Everything for me, like I had worked hard for a lot of things, and just that moment when you have a boyfriend and then you get naughty. I had a child. That was the biggest obstacle in my life, and for me to take up with it and take guts with it, I did it with my mom. I overcame the situation, but till today sometimes I feel like I face my ups and downs here and there because of my son, but I'm happy he's there. And this obstacle, I've decided to take it as a life challenge that came to me that was supposed to make me stronger. I'm so positive. I'm happy.
Share a personal experience where you faced a major obstacle and how you overcame it.
When I first moved to South Africa for high school, I was faced with people who didn't speak a language that I understood, and so people used to make fun of me, and I overcame that through friendship. Actually, I was friends with people who would explain to me what is going on and defend me.
My parents separated. It was bad, very, very bad to everybody, me including. But I went through that, faced it head on, and
I think it just played itself through. Like I was just there crying all the time, and then things just worked out for me. I don't know how. It just happened.
I think it comes back to music as well. Culturally and traditionally, having an African child who's in the arts is not conventional, and it's something a lot of parents push back against. But I am happy to say that I'm in a space now where my parents really respect the gift and they celebrate the gift, and they are trying to be in a place where they support the gift. It might not be with resources or finances, which is like lush or like fancy, but like I think in just speaking life over what you're doing, I think that's something I've grown to appreciate. But in the beginning, it was not like that. I really had to push hard because most of the times it's like you gotta stop what you're doing. Everybody's just saying negative things, and I had to push through that. And they've seen the victories, they've seen the successes, and they've seen the progress, and they respect it a lot now. So definitely.
I don't know if am I allowed to say this on like camera? Yeah, feel free. Really? It's non-judgmental, right? Okay. So personally for me, I think masturbating, for one, and I feel as if it's something that a lot of people face, and it's something I used to do, not really evasively, like rapidly, but was something that I usually like did just for like release, and I overcame that through prayer, basically. Yeah.
There's a time I needed to get my passport because there was a trip that needed to be done and there was no passport paper, so I had to write a letter to the authorities and stuff like that. So that moment where you're just like all in it, you know, with nothing to lose, essentially. Yeah, that's the mentality I developed from that. So yeah.
When I failed my A-level studies, then I overcame that by finding a job. Yeah, it was tight at home.
Conflict with employees at work, you know, like in a big industry whereby you've got different departments. Sometimes the other department won't be understanding the procedures or the impact that they have on your department. So at the end of the day, you end up on having collisions and conflict. So, but I just learned that you have to make sure that you are not found wanting. So we'll do your part well, and you try to also interact and make them see how what they do affects what you do. So yeah, from then, like, it's easy for me to avoid that conflict, because most of the times, like, you've got a workplace where you've got different kinds of people, different attitude, characters. So if you learn how to manage yourself, you won't have a problem with a lot of stuff.
Major obstacle was when my mom got into an accident, and both my mom and my granny got into an accident, and we had to take care of everything in the house. I had to step up as the older sister, become the parent of the house. So that's when I saw meditation, which it helps.
O-level exam time, I was like so sick, and then I wanted to like not go for like one of my exams, and my mom was just like, it's either you don't go and give up now, or you just go and die there. So I went there, but then I didn't die.
It was when I was first year, so there was a time when the fees was raised, but lucky enough there were a series of meetings which held, which allowed us to write even with a huge amount of balance.
Going out, well, my sister likes to go out a lot, so I am not allowed to do that. So I think that emotionally that was an obstacle for me, because I couldn't really see why I was not allowed to do that and my sister could do that at any time. So I actually just sat down with the parents and we talked it out. So now I'm allowed to go like once a month.
When I failed A-level, it was really depressing and I felt like giving up, but then I tried and I pulled through.
I lost my mom. I thought I was going to die too, but I went to school. That was something that helped me to overcome it. And it was a school I had much time with books and friends, so I had to forget a bit, but still, it's still there.
There was a break-in my house a few years ago,
So I actually couldn't sleep for most of the nights. And then up until we moved to a new house, that's when I could sleep. But yeah, I would be up at least sleep on like an hour or two a day because I didn't feel safe.
Sometime when I got lost. Yeah. How did I overcome it? I used Google Maps.
There was one time when I was depressed, but through God, I worked it out.
So recently, not very recent, but in April, I lost my grandmother. So that was very challenging for me because before that, I lost my father and lost my uncle. I really struggled a lot with that. So during that time, I was really out of tune. Like it hit me hard. It hit me harder than the previous time and everything. But the positivity, the Bible really helped me a lot through that time. Words of encouragement from friends and everything that really pulled me through.